Hello, everybody. It is East once again with my From the Future hoodie to do another over-explain. This one actually didn't make it to YouTube in its original form. This was an offline run. It was not done on stream. Oftentimes when I'm not streaming, I was actually sick over a week and a half period, so I didn't stream. But in those times, I still love grinding this game, so this is my 62 Fear Melinoe coat clear. Obviously, I'll have more explaining to do because there won't be past East to do any talking. It's just going to be some gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy the run.
My fate is mine. Here we go. No hope.
First thing that's immediately obvious about the run, I guess I can actually just talk while the run is going now, because there's no past East to talk over me. Gigaro's dash is pretty much the Hades boon of choice for the Jeweled Palm here. I'm doing a lot of dash attacking with Melinoe coat. The dash attack is sort of the strongest thing it has going for it. And Gigaro's dash does two things. One, it obviously strips wards and does a little bit of damage. It does three things. It does damage, strips wards, but most importantly, and one of the things that I think make it the best, is that Gigaro's dash actually hit stuns. And that's important because a lot of times you will do the dash attack with the coat, and you'll end up like dash attacking into an enemy as it's doing its attack windup, and you'll kind of, what I call clank on it, where like you hit them the same time they hit you. And usually in that case, if you're a little bit behind or you do it at the same time, I find you get hit. And you take a lot of damage playing Melinoe coat that way. I've seen a lot of other people play this aspect and use the special a lot more. You will not be seeing that in this run. I am a special hater when it comes to the coat. I do not use it very often. So you will see a lot of dash attacking and a lot of casting in this run. Sworn Strike is pretty good. It scales up my attack, which also Gigaro's dash is helping with, and it makes it so it's easier for me to strip wards and deal big damage. Normally, I want on-hit effects with the coat. Things like Scorch and Poseidon Waves in particular are quite nice. I lied, there's one use of the special, an Omega special. But I don't mind Hera attack, honestly. It's something for origination. It strips wards, keeps things under control, and deals a lot of damage. I don't really click things that have, say, special on them, I don't think. Yeah. Rapid Frame doesn't even work on the dash attack, and I still take it. As you can see, I'm kind of dash attack and then attacking, so Rapid Frame helps with that a little bit. And then obviously Gigaro's dash really coming in clutch here to hit stun the enemies before I get to them, saves me from taking stray hits.
Transform.
Not even the Goat Shimmering Rockets. No, I'm a special hater. I don't claim to be good at this aspect, but I have my playstyle and I like it. You'll see me and other runners oftentimes, that's like an unnecessary pause there, but when rewards come up on door rooms, I reflexively pause just because it stops the timer while I'm considering my next decision. Hasty Retreat, Evasion, very nice. We're often up close and personal with the way that I'm playing this coat, so great stuff. Can't go wrong with Storm Ring here. Static Shock also would be very nice. Not this guy. My least favorite Erebus mini-boss. Just trying not to get hit. Yeah, good stuff.
Keep up, Homer.
Hey, what do you know? Purple level 4 Storm Ring does 50 damage a second.
Shade to the dead, her only witnesses.
Nemesis.
Isn't gonna care if you're lost.
There was an argument to be made to maybe take that, but I think Sworn Strike is sort of, especially with Zeus in the pool, I can get Static Shock. It just helps with crowd control and clear too much. I do think, though, that, like, Nemesis offering a boon for 300 gold is, like, a decision that I think I should make more often. You can see the combo, the 1-2 combo here of Gagaro's dash into dash attack with Hera Strike against smaller enemies like the fish. Just completely clean them up. No worries. I'm thinking Static Shock, Bridal Glow, all the way here, baby. Thinking about which one I want to take. I think when you have high movement speed, it's easier to deal with Hera than it is to deal with Zeus. I don't get Static Shock, but I do get Double Strike. 30%. I think of this as basically 30% more damage from all your Zeus boons. I don't know if it works like that, like probabilistically, but I think it does. Except for Static Shock. Double Strike doesn't work with Static Shock. It does everything else. There's the one Omega Spectral to turn on Huntress. I immediately am wrong about whether or not I can handle Hera, and I take 48 damage. Ah, 48 damage, not so bad. Okay. Storm Ring now deals, what, 70 per lightning bolt? Not bad. So we have our single target boss scaling damage with Storm Ring, and we have our wave clear with Dash Strike and Hera Strike and Gagaro's Dash. It's a solid build for the coat right now. When it all comes together like this, it's very fun to watch coat gameplay. Like, it's very frenetic, it's very fast-paced. It looks super cool. And we have enough for another boon. Glamour Gain. This is close. It's also interesting that I have 4 wind already. I have 2 Zeus boons. What do I have from Hera again? I have 2 Zeus boons, a Hermes boon, and I think Phrenos gave me 1 wind. 4 wind this early in the run is pretty crazy. So I think I'll take the 88% dodge chance. Although Passion Rush is no slouch at 60 damage and also can give me origination. In retrospect, I think that was a pretty stupid decision. I'm thinking about, like, dodge tanking with, like, Hasty Retreat and Wispy Wilds together. But here's the thing. If you are playing Aphrodite, you can think of 1% dodge chance as, like, 1% extra EHP, or, like, 1% of your max hit points, right? But the damage reduction you get from weak is 30%. So it's a little bit not like 100% always on, because weak doesn't last very long, except when Glamour Gain is the way you're doing it. So I'm kind of greeding for Glamour Gain here. I think I'm already up to like 13, 14% dodge chance. I think Hecate Coat is one of the better weapons, I think, for fighting Heck with, just because you're so fast. And movement speed is obviously very goated in this game. And in this fight, it's no exception. As long as I don't get caught doing my dash attack on top of these waves, that should be okay. I believe Heck is to my left, yeah. No. I was wrong. I was right. I was wrong in the analysis, right in the run. Another nice thing about Gigaro's dash is it makes it very easy to tell who the real Hecate is once you hit them with Gigaro's dash. Not bad.
Don't have much time.
Ooh, kind of running out of time, but I saw the real Heck move there, so easy to line that up. I'm looking for the Gigaro's dash symbol. Found them. And yeah, other than the time, that was a super clean Hecate fight. Probably one of the cleanest I've had in these runs.
There.
I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm thinking out loud to myself right now. It's so interesting. I can't, like, I'm not streaming, so I don't know what I'm thinking. Like, I'm not talking, right? I'm trying to guess what I was thinking when I did this. I was probably thinking, I'm sick. I have to blow my nose.
The onion.
Onion is a pretty common thing that I'll take into Oceanus. Basically just protecting a Death Defiance here. So, you can sell Bridal Glow, and it will give you the money back. It will take the +3 level off of things. So let's go find out how much Storm Ring does. 70 a second. I think I'm going to keep my levels. Yeah.
Closer to Tartarus.
So the thing that I need more than anything else is to activate Origination here, so that I get an extra +50% damage to the Storm Rings. And then I'm pretty much good to go for my single target damage and my area damage. Static Shock would be alright here too, just to kind of help clear waves a little bit faster. Completely forgetting to use my Huntress mana, like reducing my mana to activate Huntress, completely forgetting to do that. Oh, ugly room. Ooh. Not bad though. I think I did all right here. With a weapon that's as reckless as the coat, the way I play it, it's very difficult to not take damage in rooms like that. I did take some, but I think overall I did really well. Gigaro's dash obviously was huge. Five more damage a second? Sure. You saw me dash downwards a little bit there before the store, before I jumped in. Once I unpause, you will see that I have... Ooh, am I in the window all the way? Yeah, I'm in the window all the way. You will see that... I guess you can't see it. I guess my camera's blocking it. I am like 20 gold short of a boon.
Keepsakes out.
So I'm just looking around to see if I can find that. Oh yeah, I can see the 5-3 in the corner there. Okay, let me move over. There you go. Helifish is normally very bad here. I'm just going to hitch a bunch of stuff, run away as much as possible, wait for them to stop spinning, close distance. Ow, ow, ow. Run away while they're spinning, close distance again, and then once the armor's gone, they go down really fast. Good run. Good fight there. Ah, pretty high health. What can I get here? A boon. Perfect. Blinding Rush. Wow. Look at that. Normally, I'm not very excited to get a Hex here. A moon node that gives me a Hex from Selene. However, I have Hera, so Night Bloom is always a good thing to see on these runs. It's much more effective on surface, which we'll get to in the next Overexplained video. But for Underworld, I actually don't mind it as well. It's okay. It's not very good against Cerberus or Kronos, but it helps with clearing the different rooms in the meantime.
Zeus take you.
Kind of getting poked a little bit for damage here. The armored charging enemies like this are really difficult for Coat to deal with running into. So we take our time a little bit towards the end there. Armored enemies with quick attacks are very difficult. I see, boom, Night Bloom.
Night Bloom.
Thought about Lunar Ray for a second there, but Night Bloom was where I was at. Oh, we hit an Artemis, not bad. There's my first Night Bloom. Now, again, with the timer off in these Artemis rooms, there's no reason for me to be, like, super aggressive, so I'm kind of backing off a lot and letting my cast do a lot of the work. Ow. As you can see, these, like, frenzied up Eurobeat shades charging at me are not a good thing to deal with. Yeah, so I'm running away a lot. Ow. Just try to find an open side. The boulders are also terrible for Coat. Like, there you go. You just take 40 if one hits you. So overall, pretty bad Artemis. Like, pretty disastrous, given all the damage I took. I just took 40 again. I'm probably raging at my screen right now. I rage a lot more when I'm not on stream.
Hey, Artemis.
You'll find your mark.
Lethal Snare is fine. I'm doing critical damage on my attacks is pretty good. My attacks are the sort of secondary form of my damage.
On my authority.
Air quality is good just for Hitch, which isn't even that good, so I go for Divine Vengeance instead.
You know we're on a hot streak when our fans keep coming back.
For this Sirens fight, I'm, again, just really trying to play super defensively, hitch a bunch of stuff up, and then drop Storm Ring on things and run away. Easier said than done when stuff's chasing you around, but this is pretty cleanly executed so far, except right there I ran into a ball. One of the challenges in this fight is just how hard it is to see everything. It's like not a very visually clear fight. There's a lot of purples and pinks, and everything just kind of like overlaps with one another. Every enemy's hitboxes kind of look the same. They're all like red and purple and pink. It's a bit of a mess. I'm trying not to use my cast because I want to use it here. Also, not a huge fan of this Siren song. I'll say it. I'll get cooked for it. Oh, there's the Huntress activation. So, little thing that I did there that I think is probably worth mentioning. Normally, it's a really, really bad idea with all of the tentacles and all three sirens alive to try and go behind the drummer like that and like engage with Roxy. If you can get Roxy killed quickly, it actually makes the fight a lot more manageable because Roxy has the biggest, most space controlling hitboxes. I kind of had the epiphany or whatever, or had the strategy at that point in the fight that I realized that because of the movement speed that I have and because of the quick strike damage that I have and because I can drop Storm Ring on Roxy and it'll deal a ton of damage, I'm actually completely safe to go back there and let the jets turn on. I'll be totally fine. And so by realizing that, I made the rest of this fight much easier for myself. And on top of that, I have Night Bloom, which I forgot about while doing this commentary. So I'm able to resummon Roxy to do my bidding. Which honestly messes me up a little bit here. Aha, I've resummoned Jetty. It's a good thing I went for that Roxy strategy because I needed it. So this is probably another Athena.
Finally.
Get Renewed Faith or Stalwart Stand and we're totally fine. Even if I don't get either of those, like Divine Dash is really good from Athena as well. And you can still get your Death Defiances back from Echo, so
There's gold in this pool.
not that much to worry about. I have high evasion chance, a decent chance I'm going to get my Death Defiances back, and Storm Ring is much better against Cerberus and Kronos than it is against the Sirens. So, you know, unless I get really unlucky here, I'm feeling pretty good about the rest of the run. Main thing to worry about now is dying before my Athena boons go off. And on top of that, armored enemies in fights. Armored enemies are really difficult for the way I play Code to deal with. There we go. Athena arrives. And because the clock is stopped, I'm going to go clean up. Take care of some smaller enemies and pick up some minor finds along the way.
I can use this.
Get another bonus of Blinding Rush. Incredible speed.
Not true.
I don't know why Oh, I wanted to test because you're supposed to be invulnerable when Athena comes down. So I wanted to see if I could take damage from the environment. I forgot it's only in the cutscene before Athena comes down that you can't take damage. Killing all these Eurobeat shades while I get ready.
Grow strong under the stars. It is as though
I don't think I ever get Hera. But Renewed Faith. My Death Defiances are back in action. I also summon the Eurobeat Shade to help me. Oh no, the dreaded Armored Tempests. Watch out for the ball. Oh, that was close. Storm Ring up to 85? Yeah, let's do it.
I think I'm finished here.
This mini boss fight is kind of a culmination of everything that I said that I have a really hard time with on the coat. Like, I can't just charge in and hit this Lamia. I'll take a ton of damage. And it's usually pretty fast if I don't put it inside of my cast. But because there's two enemies right next to each other that are armored, Obviously, I want to keep them hitched, but that also makes Stormring, when you think about it, basically half as effective. Stormring is at its best when there's only one enemy in the circle. But you'll see I make a elite gamer move here before I get hit and lose my Death Defiance. I get the circle set up so that just the Queen Lamia is in it. And that shreds just enough armor that I can kill with the cast.
Usually like snakes.
From Echo, I'm looking for fight, fight, fight here.
Farewell.
Instead, I now have a Stormring whose lightning bolts deal 135 damage per second. Every 0.35 seconds.
Echo. Farewell.
I don't bother with Hermes. I'm just grabbing some health and some survivability here.
Flourish.
Using my specials finally to... I really don't want to get close to those boulders. Looking for big enemies, yes. This Spiller is kind of what I want. And I think I just mistimed my summon to not summon the Rootstalker, although maybe you can't summon the Rootstalker at all.
Not now.
Not bad. 140? No, we take the hits. Probably smart. Nightbloom helping me clean up these encounters a little bit here, putting down Stormring whenever I can, and obviously anything that gets caught by itself, oof, got killed there. Anything that by itself gets caught in Stormring is going to get completely shredded if Origination is active. And Daze is a really good status for Origination here, because it lasts a really long time. Daze and Hitch are good because they last a really long time. Exhaust Riser is nice. I don't deal that much damage with my attacks anymore, but it's not nothing, that's for sure. The Big Chungus is now my ally. You do see an immediate difference in damage with Exhaust Riser, though. Look at all the difference in damage. I'm able to shred these encounters a lot more easily, which, you know, kind of comes up for how I want to play Tartarus, which is good. I can't find where the last enemy is that's alive here. I don't, like, where is it? Where did that guy come from? Gave me the slip. No Death Defiance in the pool. So, a fun fact that I learned is that you can get Death Defiances from the random Charon Well item. So I always take random Charon Well item if I can, and I'm missing a DD.
Olympus, I accept this message.
And so long from when I originally greeted for it, I finally get Glamour Gain. Glamour Gain not only upgrades Wispy Wilds, but now I take 30% less damage from all sources, which is exactly what you want to see if you are doing a run like this. Cerberus is, like, honestly not too much to say. It's a pretty easy fight when you have a Stormring like this. It's actually the ads that deal way more damage to me. I almost lose a DD here, I think, from that, just from the ads. I'm trying to work it out so that the last enemy that I kill is, oh, I lost a DD there. That's kind of gross. I tried to work it out so the last enemy I kill is not a Asphodel enemy. So there are some unique enemies to this fight that you can only ever find in the kind of Asphodel minigame in Oceanus you get teleported to. Those enemies, when summoned with Nightbloom, don't deal very much damage to Cerberus at all, but the Tartarus Vow of Menace enemies that do spawn do deal a lot of damage to him. So that's why I was kind of playing that a little bit weird. In retrospect, it's probably not worth taking over 100 damage and losing a Death Defiance, but that's just sort of how it goes with this coat. But as you can see, my single target damage is certainly impressive. And Cerberus actually helps out quite a bit in this fight. He stands still, which is a death for him. So I'm feeling okay about this run. Almost an 8-minute Erebus. Sorry, Tartarus is really good. But a little worried about my survivability, as I often am when I play Coat.
Got it. Made it.
All right.
The old service hall.
Death Defiance? No. I think I take... No, I don't. I don't bother taking it because I'm not going to have it for Kronos, the Braid of Atlas.
Unseen.
Pretty straightforward other than that. Engraved Pin is going to keep me alive for 10 seconds in each encounter. It's probably all I need.
Just a few chambers to the house.
I feel as though I'm just missing a little something.
Your brother used to utterly destroy this place.
As you can see, the Exhaust Riser Hera attack really helping to shred stuff, but we wish we had like a Flame Strike or something instead, just to rack up all that Scorch, or even a Poseidon Wave to push people around. I don't know. Alright, Hades. We are looking unironically for Howling Soul here. If we can get a full duration cast every time on Kronos, I think it's pretty easy for us to win.
You must have.
We got it!
See you again.
It wasn't even up against Deep Descent, which is also a pretty good option. Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't dash into any lines here whenever I can. I've unfortunately introduced my own lines that I can dash into, but I'm not going to because they look the same. But it looks like we did okay.
Zeus, take you.
Nice. I don't know why I paused there.
Surprise.
Ah, we get a Nemesis.
Don't need assistance from you here, but
So, Nemesis Tartarus. Tartarus is kind of weird where the normal strategies for these sorts of timer freezing encounters is just to stay back and don't take damage, but if Tart gets enough enemies in it, it just overwhelms you and corners you and kills you. So you kind of have to play with a bit of pace here.
they're in for it.
Especially as soon as I see that gold bag. Gold bags are enemies that can really mess you up with all the different lines of damage, the laser beams. So I'm going to take a pretty aggressive line through this fight.
Away.
Get on top of enemies right away. Again, crossing myself up by summoning my own gold bag that I then try to attack. Make sure to tag the thugs with Howling Soul. Again, looking for bigger enemies get the Howling Soul Stormring treatment. Smaller enemies get the burst dash attack. And now that we're sort of into the later part of the fight and there's more enemy variety, less gold bags everywhere, I can do what I'd normally do for this kind of encounter, which is run away, let my cast do a lot of the work.
Simple.
And I believe that was a damageless Nemesis encounter.
Interesting.
in Tartarus. Good stuff. This room looks nightmarish. What if I lose a DD here? I think I play this super safely. I just can't figure out the ball patterns, man. Yeah. Do I make it? Oh, no way. Nope.
No more mistakes.
No more mistakes. Last DD. Still another room to go. Numbskulls again, so not looking too bright here. Not looking too hopeful, but can still lock in a bit. Still have the coat dash attack to spread that damage around. Bigger enemy to tag with Howling Soul if I can, but no need to. Looks like they're dead here. Nice Howling Soul there, East. Incredible. Oh, this room looks crazy. Not bad, though. Wow, so doing that room damageless is pretty clutch. That's not that easy to do. And, yeah, if we hit a Depth Defiance here, we're in good shape, right? There it is. Grabbing a Static Obsession so that the mini boss is... The nice thing about a Static Obsession there is that the mid boss will be charmed, which is what we want, because it means it won't be doing damage to us, won't be trying to hit us, and we can focus on Kronos.
Refreshing.
Because we don't have Deep Descent, we're going to try and tag these enemies with Hitch, but the primary focus for most of this fight is going to be to keeping Howling Soul on Kronos as much as possible, and immediately we start off by throwing it into the corner. Now, I can actually explain a little bit about why that happened, like why Howling Soul didn't lock onto Kronos right there. Howling Soul follows a sort of similar like cone-shaped path out of Melinoe when you first use it. And if enemies are sort of outside of that vision radius, let me see if I can go back. Okay. So right here, you can see the aiming reticle and the initial flight path of the Howling Soul. It won't turn or like lock onto something for that first sort of initial part of its flight path. So because that path is not facing Kronos, it goes in the corner. So there's like no reason for me to like dash into him. I can just like wait a second, throw the cast at him, and then we're good to go. So just total mistake on my part there. So get Hitch on everything, get the Storm Ring down, play around the shockwaves. Now, a factor in this fight is the clock. I have 4 minutes and 27 seconds at this point. That's a really, really long time. And I have a really consistent source of single target damage, which is my Origination level 20 heroic Storm Ring Howling Soul. So I don't have to engage at melee range with Kronos very much in this fight at all. I can afford to throw Howling Soul and then run. As a result, because of my incredibly high movement speed, I can actually like play this fight very safely and take a lot of time and maintain my damage barriers for as long as I can. Unfortunately, I screw up my dodge there a couple times, but we're looking okay. As you can see, I'm giving myself a sec to like make sure Howling Soul lands. The Static Obsession is sort of activating here. Yeah, so now the Vampire is charmed. Easy phase 1. I still have a damage barrier up. And again, just Howling Soul. Look at that health bar go down. The summons from Nightbloom are super useless in this fight, fortunately. But again, same strategy. Thank you, damage barrier. Kronos gets... so now this is where the fight gets really hard and really interesting. So I miss a couple Howling Souls here, which doesn't help. But you can use, if you can see the plus 100s, Kronos actually heals at an incredibly high rate here. And most of my damage from the Storm Rings is ticks over time. So my strategy of like backing off, playing it safe, and like just trying to let the damage accumulate and accrue over time is not going to work. So you're about to watch me figure out in real time how I'm going to deal with this. So my first thought is, what if I hit the Tempests and I just kill all the Tempests? So I kind of think maybe I should do that. I noticed like more of them are spawning. I'm not actually killing them that easily. And so it is around, I think, pretty soon here that another thought occurs to me. Let's just die. So I know it kind of looked like I wasn't really up to something there, but I got in close when he was about to do a melee attack because I wanted him to pop Pin. Watch what happens when Engraved Pin pops. All the Tempests turn off. Notice all of the Tempests are gone. They stopped healing him. I don't know if this is true, but I believe it to be true. I think that when your Death Defiance triggers, it stops all the healing streams that the Tempests are doing, and because of that, I'm able to close and watch his health bar. Immediately down. Believe it or not, that's the hardest part of the fight. P3, he can deal a lot of damage, but I'm so fast, and I can just Howling Soul and run away, and with 2 minutes and 44 seconds, I have all the time I need to win this fight. Amazing Howling Soul right off the bat here. I guess it considers Tempe healing projectiles. Yeah, because it despawns all projectiles when your Death Defiance triggers, right? This is kind of cool. Like, he's about to iframe dash here, but I just hit him, like, the skull hits him and sticks with him when he goes through it. Look at that. You'll also notice that I'm using Nightbloom to summon things here in this fight. I don't actually care about the, like, whatever HP the Tempests heal me for. The reason I'm doing that is because everything in the game slows down for a small period of time while you are channeling your Hex, in this case Nightbloom, the small bits of time that it takes Nightbloom to channel. During those periods of time, everything in the game slows down, like Kronos slows down, but the ticks of lightning that are hitting him are going at the same speed. So I'm basically getting a bunch of free damage in. That's 6 slashes in a row. I didn't know he could do that. I've run into the clock, and now I'm nervous. Don't get hit by any laser beams. We're good. Get hit by the tail end of that. Now starting to get a little bit nervous. But I just kind of calm myself down. One miss, one dodge. Another dodge. So I almost throw the fight. But I managed to get it going. Okay, now here's the big mystery, all right? I want you to notice what's happening right now, okay? There's Kronos' health. It's pretty low. Look where Freenos is. I'm going to run off screen and watch what happens. Look at his health. What happened? Freenos, what did you do to him?
Sorry there, old boy.
I think Freenos waited until I wasn't looking, and then Freenos took care of business.
For what you did to this house.
Look at the cast damage, 229. Not bad, not bad at all. All right, so that's our over-explained run commentary for Aspect of Melinoe 62 Fear Clear. On the Mel coat, not too much more to say. I obviously play this Aspect very recklessly, so normally I need something like a really strong cast to win. One of the things I'm noticing the more of these runs that I play is that I think previously I had pretty severely underrated Howling Soul as an option. Into Kronos, I think it's very, very good. And might actually be, if I have like a Storm Ring or a really high damage cast, it might be preferable to Deep Descent for me to take from Hades. So, something to think about for future runs. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Tell all your friends if you really liked it. You can find more runs like this, twitch.tv/east25. Other than that, take care, and I'll see you next time.